Testing. BRK on the New York Stock Exchange, and I believe that is BRK. That is Berkshire Hathaway. All right, I have 9 years worth of data. Not my usual 10. I have sometimes some crazy bars like that, and these cue the price action. So I'm just gonna start at 9 years. And what do we have here on my monthly candle chart? Do we have, okay, this has been going in uptrend. Start by drawing my outside the all right, maybe it's like this. When you see pictures on the internet, JPEGs, for all these nice lines already drawn, there's some thinking behind it. Some people could draw them faster. Sometimes charts aren't that obvious. And right now, I don't have an upwards channel, or there could have been one, but it was broken out to the upside. If it breaks out, then that pattern doesn't exist anymore. It becomes it doesn't continue. It still existed, but once it's broken out of, it doesn't continue. The chart morphs. And right now, you know what? I'm going to add myself some black space right there. Room to think. All right, so there's definite resistance right here at the... Oh, can't get it straight. At the 214 level. 214 and 50. I'm going to set an alert here. And the support here, right here. So right now, for stocks that are going in an uptrend, and then you're just, because I'm trying to guess, right? There's no pattern. It's still going up in a channel here, but I'd like to imagine myself where the important support would be, and to see where it's going to test. And why did I put it there? Before, I just didn't know. Like, okay, it's an uptrend. I don't know where support is. It's not clear. The closest immediate support. And what I do is I go all the way down till I find my first red candle. So uptrend, red. And then when there's a red one, I know that since we're going in an uptrend, that red one was probably the last good resistance, support, that was tested. And that's where it came to. And now it just happens that there's two red candles and 3, and then there's 4. So, and after that, it just becomes clear that, yeah, okay, that makes sense. That was the support. And that's how now I imagine this maybe tracing out. Right now, I see no play. Can't draw lines here, can't draw lines there, because that's not where I think the bottom of that pattern is. The bottom of the pattern is where the support is, the more important support, and it's down here. So if you're confused sometimes and you're trying to draw your lines, is this the pattern? What are the chances of it bouncing back up? Well, they could bounce back up on any of those levels, but right now this is the one that's visible to me as being more important. All right, let's see from high to high if you want some little guidance. Higher price action, higher highs on the R side, no bearish divergence there. I'm going to set an alert on this bottom level here, and maybe by miracle it's it's a nice number, 164, almost 165. That's it. What I could do now is just imagine, and remember, these are monthly candles, right? So it took 1, 2, 3. It could take years before we get a pattern, a possible pattern, and for that possible pattern to actually come to fruition. Oh, that's another line. Right now, it's just about possibilities. And guaranteed right now, we could zoom in on the weekly. On the weekly, there's going to be definitely more patterns to play than on the monthly, and the daily even more. So we know that this is what I'm looking at right now, and I just want there'd be the measure move if it started bouncing here. And what could happen, maybe it's going to start bouncing here at this level, the 198 level, and then I have just shorter targets. So anything's possible. Chart's going to morph, and then you from there on you You see what you could play. See right here. Wow, nice breakout right here. Nice breakout candle. Sell stop deep inside or appropriate inside. See, that would have been an A++. 1 year, 2 year consolidation, continuation pattern, top to bottom. And charts, you just keep looking at them, and eventually you always see new things, and it's very, very fun. And here you see, you would have had you would have reached your target right there. Breakout, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month. That's like a perfect play. It's just awesome. No pullback. It's just one good straight breakout. And here you had another one, tighter one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. And then it just broke out here. It went up. All right, let's just drill down. Let's go. I'm curious on the 1 year daily how that pattern would look like. Again, for you see this is noise. All this above that important resistance I put on the monthly candle. Well, that's just this was daily intra noise, which the wick has eliminated by being a wick and closing at the appropriate resistance or breakout line. See here, let's add ourselves some more time. So right now, see, these are my two big, my green candle, the month, and then the other one, it's right here. And what do we have? On the dailies, there's something playable. So much noise. All right, maybe here. So on the daily, somebody could have said, here's my pattern back here, my support on the daily chart. Support on the daily chart is less important than support on the weekly, and even less than on the monthly. So yeah, there's support. You see it on the daily right here. You draw it under your wicks, and those you could consider them intra supports. But the most harder, these are supports are easier to be broken on the daily and easier to be broken on the weekly than the monthly. Supports on the monthly, they'll be broken in the sense that there'll be action going in, and then it would be faded back out to the appropriate line. So it's like a malleable wall. You sink in, and then you come back out, you bounce, and either you stay close to that, you close on the line, or you move back in the opposite direction. So right now, if you would have followed this on the daily, you could have played maybe this top pattern here, and then it broke down under, reaches target, and you could have played here. So right now you'd be in breakout mode on the daily for what it's worth. It's still a chart pattern, and right now on the daily it seems to want to be going back up. Divergence, higher lows. That's lower. It's not very clear here. This is a top. This is a bottom. This one's a bottom. Yeah, you had bearish. You had some hidden bullish divergence right here, and then the action moved back up. So this looks pretty. It looks like it's working out on the daily, but again, so much noise, you could easily get whipsawed and easily have a candle that comes under here. If you play this on the daily, you'd buy here at 204.16. Put your sell stop below that wick, right below, right at 200-ish. I don't like that. I would cheat, and to be on the safe side, cheat for you. I would put the sell stop just under 200. Lowering my risk to reward by increasing my risk. But I always like to put most chances on my side before doing the play, right? So make sure I'm not going to run into resistance and support. See the target here, what's nice? It's right under this wall. Wall is what I call support turn resistance, or resistance turn support. And I'm on the good side of it. So that's noise. It's not noise, but It's going to be congestion area where if my target was a little higher, I'd have to fight through that. By being right before that congestion area happens, I'm on the good side, and I should reach my target without too much hesitation. Putting your sell stop deeper in under the breakout line increases your chances of not being triggered out. And playing on the breakout, well, that increases your chance of getting to your target faster. Always take the closer target. If you have too big a pattern within a pattern, well, you're safer with the closer target. So that's it. So on the daily, maybe it looks like it's gonna bearish divergence here. We could be going back to test that breakout line on the 10-year chart, which I will go back to right now. Where's my 10-year chart? Here it is. And yeah, we could see how small that is there. My little X. That's the zoom. There it is. My little X. That's all that intro noise. And okay, here we are. So that's what could happen, I think, for BRK. Maybe going to test back that breakout line at the 215, 214. And see what happens from there. I'd like to have a candle coming down here and showing me what my clear support is, so I'm able to draw my measure move. Look, my alerts are set, and I'll come back to this when they get triggered. Nothing more for BRK, I guess, other than to say, see ya.